Всем привет! Это Shadow Game, с вами Фриск. Мы продолжаем. Сразу же после первой части я продолжаю записывать вторую. Надеюсь, вам понравилось первое прохождение, вы оценили и перешли на второе. Поставьте лайк, подпишитесь, это важно. Поехали!
You've brought me journey. I knew I could count on.
Сделаем громче. Наушники потише. Ну, я не думаю, что настолько громче. Вот где-то вот так вот.
Jay is waiting in the antechamber. She's nervous. Tell Delson to go easy on her.
We'll see about that.
Мне все равно тиховато, я думаю, звук. Он не сохранился. Но интерфейс можно не поднимать. Музычку поднимем. Голоса обязательно поднимем. Музычку даже потише сделаем. Звуковые эффекты тоже так сделаем. И применить.
Did you need me for anything else?
Not right now, but I will soon. I have one more favor to ask of you.
All right. I'll be waiting in the next room.
Знать свое место. Минус 10 от стоимости следующего улучшения ментальных характеристик. Во. Вы подчинились принцу. Джорджия сопроводила вас к принцу. Вы подслушали беседу о Джорджи. Вы сумели взять след Джорджи по запаху, прежде чем она исчезла. Бонус резонанса. Стремительность. Вы могли попытаться убедить Джорджи бежать. Вы не сумели сдержать себя в жилище принца и убили сосуд. Да, есть такой грешок. Ветеран. Доступный опыт. Вот у тебя вот мудрость есть, да? 5 стоит. Я ничего повысить не могу. Мне не хватает опыта. И этот же опыт тут тратится. О как. Предчувствие незримого. Эта способность позволяет вампиру обнаружить сверхъестественное как в существах, которые его окружают, так и в оставленных ими следах. 45, 90, 80. Ладно, тут я ничего не могу сделать. Будем копить дальше. Он, по идее, самый древний.
My prince. Delson.
Zori.
It seems that the Camarilla is in danger. I am at your disposal.
Your sense of duty is...
Камарилья. В период раннего возрождения вампиры создали так называемую башню из слоновой кости, чтобы спрятать сородичей от инквизиции смертных. Башня стала одним из самых влиятельных тайных обществ в истории. Ее агенты проникли в правительство, корпорации, организованную преступность и СМИ. Камарилья организована по феодальному принципу. Принцы правят городскими вампирами, так же, как ранее это делали темные лорды. Здесь цивилизованные порядки соединяются со звериной жестокостью. В истории ну, короче, понятно. Сейчас, секундочку. Кому интересно, почитайте. Так, мне интересно, вот, Эмили Луис. 29-го обращена 1900-го Сирхальда Теодоры. Венту 1745, я же говорю, он самый старый. Дитя Берл Андервуд. Лейша. Клан Малковиане. Поколение 12. А он какое поколение? 11. Тоже 12. Почти 20-е годы. Ни хрена себе, поколение 9. Но все равно 98-го, это значит какой-то новый род. 10. Тремер. Малковиане, 11. 39 год. Поколение 10, 1941 год. Вот она тоже старая, тоже 11 поколение. Носферату 1801. Я ее еще не видел, да, типа. Тореадор 1938. А кого-нибудь из первого поколения я встречу вообще, интересно?
As a credit to you, Caleb. You haven't lost your touch, I hope. The code red is linked to the unification party with the chantry. No one there is answering anymore.
How many of us were there?
Probably a good 20, give or take. Dr. Dunham and our top spy, Jared Rory, were already there.
We might have lost 2 members of the Primogen. What about Hartford? Have you heard from them?
If those dogs had anything to do with what happened, I'll cut their throats myself.
Do you think they might be involved?
I don't know. It's too early to draw any conclusions.
Where do you want to start?
Can I count on you?
You have no reason to doubt me.
One by one, the Ancilai heed the beckoning and go east. You're the eldest in the city now. Don't do this to me. Not now. I would be very grateful to you. And Fang.
How may I be of service?
Go and see Caius with Jaragon. He's in charge of security. He may have learned something.
You can count on me.
You have my absolute confidence, Caleb.
Я же говорю, он самый старый. Самый древний из них. В городе вообще. Так если в каждом, типа, либо стране, либо в городе есть принц, значит есть король. Либо страны, либо в общем. А если страны, то значит есть еще и, типа, главный правитель. У него больше всего очков действия, не? Гали Базори. Ну хорошо, нифига себе, там про него написано.
Mr. Underwood, I'm sorry, but my instructions are clear.
You little shit.
I'm just following orders.
You have no idea what's at stake. My most honored sire, you're wasting your time here.
I'd forgotten about your abject fawning.
I call it respect. It appears that it's something that sewer rats know nothing about. Apparently, Caius feels he's entitled to refuse to see a member of the Primogen. I won't forget it.
Дисциплина диалога. Дисциплину диалога можно использовать во всех подходящих диалогах. Для использования дисциплины диалога активируйте ее в круговом меню, а затем выберите подходящий вариант ответа. Одновременно может использоваться только одна дисциплина диалога. Вы можете включать и отключать дисциплину диалога, если ответ еще не выбран. При использовании дисциплины диалога растет показатель голода. Дисциплина. Стена разума. А больше я не могу. Во время следующей защиты повышается вероятность победы на 50% в случае ничьи, если используется навык. Как?
This is the kind of thing you delegate to a retainer under normal circumstances. What matter is so urgent that you've come to see Caius yourself?
If you don't mind, I choose not to entrust this task to anyone else. Tell me, you haven't introduced me to your charming protege yet.
Zufeng.
Yes, Zhu Feng, a name that's as delectable as her blood, I'm sure. Ah, you're planning to introduce her to the very select club of Gala Bazori's progeny, aren't you?
I hope that the prince will allow me to, shortly.
I hope so for your sake. Who knows? Dear Hazel is so unpredictable.
Галеб расслабился и позволил своему первому дитя взять верх. Его авторитет подорван, и это не останется незаметным. Минус 10 от вероятности успеха в случае ничьей при использовании запугивания. Блин.
At any rate, it would be an honor for me to welcome and guide her.
You will speak of nothing with her at all.
Is that an order?
A word of advice.
Oh, pardon me. I fell out of the habit of receiving advice from you so long ago. Well, if you'll excuse me, I must end this ever so pleasant conversation. I need to find a way to avoid losing too much money.
Хреново.
Mr. Bazori, can I help you?
I need to see Caius.
He doesn't want anyone to bother him.
Prince's orders.
I see. He's holed up in the server room. You'll need a pass to get in. There's one on his desk.
Thank you. This is a handwritten list. These names sound familiar.
Доклад об эволюции смертных и деградации окружающей среды за 10 лет. В наше время загрязнение и деградация окружающей среды – это одна из главных мировых проблем. Множество факторов отрицательно отражаются на экосистеме планеты, на восстановлении ресурсов и естественном воспроизводстве фауны, а значит и на жизнь смертных. Экологические проблемы, особенно глобальное потепление, вызывают серьезную тревогу за будущее планеты. И как следствие поддержание запасов крови на необходимом для нас уровне. Загрязнение и ухудшение состояния окружающей среды вызваны рядом приводимых ниже причин. Перенаселение, производство токсичных отходов. У меня же есть мудрость. В чем проблема?
Blood tests from the Red Salon.
Mr. Bazori, I need to focus.
Полусекулярный отчет о демографических изменениях смертного мира. Кому интересно, прочитайте.
Caius' office. The key card must be in there. Security has been increased to the maximum. I've never seen anything like it.
Тут нигде коды не написано случайно.
Can it wait? Not a minute to waste.
Не теряй.
If I can do anything to help, let me know.
If I talk to you, Mr. Lito will tear me a new one. I'm working on something important.
A list of ingredients and side effects.
Ломать я не могу, да? 0, потому что у меня электроники.
I imagine she sent you. Finally, some good news on this shitty night.
What's the situation?
Not good. Not good at all.
The prince needs more than that. I hope you've got it.
You want details.
Tell me what happened.
Everything was going as planned until 11:10 p.m. The prince's child, Miss Sellers, contacted me. The Hartford Warlocks had just arrived. That's the last time we heard from any of them. Less than 20 minutes later, we received the code red, just as we were leaving to join them.
Who sounded the alert?
A man named Wu. Ever heard of him? A retainer, one of Jason Moore's bodyguards.
Moore, the asset manager. What was he doing at the unification party?
He was supposed to answer technical questions about the financial viability of the agreement. Moore is good at hiding our kind trafficking. He's one of them, after all.
And you're the one who received the code red, personally.
It arrived directly, here. It's authentic. I verified it.
Anything that could be of interest to the prince?
I'm working on it. Jara Drury is the expert, not me. If only she was here.
Any movement with the Anarchs?
As usual, they're keeping their distance. You know it's always a pain in the ass to locate them.
Any word from Hartford?
Do you think it's them?
It would be ill-fated.
I knew we should never have trusted those damn warlocks.
Any sign of Jara?
Nothing at all. And that's not good. According to the protocol, she should have been there early. If they got hit, she would have been first in line. There's one thing we haven't considered. The Crimson Oaks.
They were behind the Quincy Market attack, weren't they?
I don't have any proof. We just caught a thin blood who wanted to trap the prince, and who told us about them. Apparently they're new in town, but Miss Drury thinks he's giving us the runaround.
Did you look into it?
I tried, but I didn't have the resources to discover anything else.
Leave no stone unturned.
It's about damn time. Shit! What? You're... Hello? Damn it! I lost them.
Who was it?
Whoa. Shit. Now it's just ringing.
What did he say?
The party was indeed attacked. Apparently it was a real bloodbath. He and James had just enough time to get more out. They're stopping by his place to pick up some sensitive documents.
And then what? Are they coming here?
I don't know. We got cut off.
Call him back. I'll inform Hazel.
Короче, жопа.
This
Алая
is a
ночь.
critical moment for us. I have summoned you here tonight to organize our reaction to an imminent threat.
What threat exactly? We've got no reason yet to
Cut
think...
her off again and I'll slit your throat.
Oh! Excuse me!
Careful, Hazel.
How dare you speak to me like that?
Enough! I command you to be silent and listen to me.
Oh, so that's how it is.
That's enough, Beryl.
Yes, it's come to this. You would do well to listen to your sire. We have just been attacked. This is not a time for childish displays of discontent. Caleb, the code red was sent by Wu. Go to Moore's and find out what's going on.
As you wish.
Точно, мэм.
And bring more back to me. He was supposed to be at the party. I don't understand why he's the only one who was able to call us. I would like to speak to him very much.
Consider it done.
I trust you. He might be involved in this, so gather any documents you can find there that could tie us to him.
Very well.
Delson, see if you can get Caius to find us a new middleman in the cane business to manage our interests. I don't want to take any chances. Then, I want you to talk to everyone. Somebody must have seen or heard something. Dejan, make sure all our defenses are in place.
Yes, Hazel.
You will go to the old Jefferson Library.
What's there?
That's where the Hartford Chantry calls home here. I gave them the building so they could have a base in Boston.
I demand to take her place.
Request denied.
What game are you playing, Hazel? It's a suicide mission.
It's all right. I got this. I'm not made of sugar.
She's not ready for this kind of mission. I should go with her, at the very least.
No, you will remain here. Mem goes alone.
Why don't you send Dejan instead?
Enough, Hilda. Dejan has work to do elsewhere, and I don't need to explain myself.
Hazel, if anything happens to her, I'll...
Nothing, Hilda. You'll
Что-то у
do
меня какие-то
nothing.
мысли, что она как-то
It's high
замешана в
time you
этом.
learned to trust her.
Which one of us are you planning to send to the party?
She's already left.
What? Who?
I sent Leisha.
Are you serious? A few hours ago, she was snoozing behind locked doors in a psych ward.
You're playing a dangerous game, Hazel. Without us, you would never have come into power.
You've chosen the worst possible moment to turn your back on us.
On the contrary, I find this moment very appropriate. I am the Prince of Boston, and you are the Primogen. I owe you nothing. Delson, escort them out. The session is adjourned. You all have your instructions.
Чё-то она мутит. Ну прям явно. Выбор уровня. Давай начнем с него. До сих пор 5. Что, я ничего не могу.
Nice badge.
Keep an eye on the elevator. I'm gonna go wait for forensics. Okay. Let me know when they get here.
Excuse me.
Message from the sheriff. Prince asked more for 5 reports. If I can't bring back their author, I must bring back the reports at least. I'll know them when I see them. Special Agent Smith.
The FBI! Finally, some backup. Lieutenant's expecting you. Straight ahead. Watch out for the bloodstains. Forensics hasn't been through here yet.
Got it. The victim lost a lot of blood.
Yeah, I'm still looking.
Обезглавлен.
I'll finish here and then I'm on my way.
Free. You're gonna be okay.
Lieutenant Anderson, I'm in charge of the investigation.
Special Agent Smith, FBI.
Really? Smith? Is that some kind of joke?
No, why?
Let it go. Never mind. I'll give you the DL. We got a call from the caretaker around 2:15. He told us that one of his residents was brought in with an injury carried by his bodyguards. We sent a squad car that got here around 2:45.
Is the caretaker still here?
He's in the living room, but I don't think you'll be able to get anything useful out of him. Poor guy's in shock.
Who was the first person on the scene?
That would be Baker. He's somewhere around here. It shouldn't be hard to find him.
Okay, then what?
When they stepped inside, the guys came face to face with that.
Do we know who the victim is?
Yeah, he had his ID on him. It's the owner, a guy named Jason Moore. I don't know who this guy pissed off, but things didn't work out too well for him.
Did you secure all the exits and entrances to the building?
Yes, we've got men on the ground floor and in the parking garage.
How do you get to the parking garage?
You'll have to ask the caretaker. He's the one who took my men down there.
Do we know if he had a family?
Yeah, a wife and an 8-year-old daughter. The wife, Lydia Moore, 34 years old, architect, dual citizen of Costa Rica and the US, no criminal record. Yeah, we're trying to get a hold of her. The daughter, June. We've looked and she's not here either.
What have you got on Moore?
He was an asset manager. But if you ask me, he was involved in some shady stuff that we're sure to find out about. It's not every day that an accountant gets his head chopped off.
Where are the bodyguards?
We haven't found anyone yet.
Go on.
We're still looking for the head. We're waiting on forensics for everything else, but they're busy with another case.
What case?
You haven't heard? At one international place. They say it was a real bloodbath. So, you're here to take over the case?
No. I'm working on something else. Moore's name popped up in one of our investigations, but I can't talk about it.
Okay, I'll let my team know.
Предчувствие незримого. При активации способности учуять невидимое, вам достаточно посмотреть на персонажа, не являющегося человеком, чтобы узнать его природу. Кроме того, вы можете обнаружить следы, оставленные сверхъестественным существом, и узнать о нем больше.
Agent Smith from the FBI is here. We're still in charge of the investigation, so please cooperate with him.
Блин, вот тут
He
надо
was
было брать на него
decapitated.
следователя.
It was a pretty clean cut.
Мудрость только на единицу.
Bullet wound in the right hip. A signet ring with a beaver on it. Moore went to MIT.
Все.
There's a retainer here somewhere. Moore's driver's license. One of the weapons is missing.
Sorry, I'm busy.
Come on. It'll pass. Don't worry. You'll need to ask the concierge how to get to the parking garage. He's the one who sent my colleagues down.
Are you all right?
Yeah, just a little faint.
I was expecting it, but then... give me a minute, and I'll head back.
The sight of blood. We've all been there, haven't we?
The dinner of a mortal who's at the end of their rope.
Any news, guys?
Nothing, Lieutenant.
All right, no problem.
Why is the FBI interested in Moore?
His name came up in several financial investigations we're working on. The apartment has changed since my last visit.
Надо найти укромное место.
A real jungle in the heart of Boston. A truly peaceful oasis. Why were you looking for peace, Jason?
Вот, укромное место. Первое нашел. Второе тоже должно быть.
I have to question him.
He's still freaked out. I don't think it's the right time.
Полиция Бостон, участок Д4. Записная книжка. Полицейский Тейлор Хейл. Итан Адам 60. Консьерж. Дворецкий. Хорошие отношения с Мурами. Присутствовал на месте происшествия. Мур вернулся около 2 часов ночи, раненый с телохранителями. Нужно больше сведений, но мистер Адамс был потрясен. Чувствует вину и считает, что мог сделать больше. Преданный, дружелюбный, старомодный, педантичный, держится профессионально. Он, скорее всего, является этим лакеем.
Somebody slept here. Mr. Adams?
No. This can't be happening. What a nightmare. So much blood.
I've got a few questions.
I tried to help him. I told him we should call 911. I told him.
Sir, listen to me. It's all right. Calm down. You're safe and you did the right thing.
I did the right thing.
I need you to answer a few questions for me.
Yes, of course. What do you want to know?
Did you know Mr. Moore well?
We weren't friends, if that's what you're asking. But we got to know each other. With time. He was a creature of habit. Since he worked late, he would often ask me for things at night. A newspaper, batteries, ice. I think he asked me for just about everything. I prided myself on always being able to get what he needed, no matter what time it was. You'd have thought he pretty much lived after dark.
Like his clients. Did Mr. Moore have many visitors?
For a man with his status, it was nothing surprising. But, well...
Yes?
His visitors mostly came in the middle of the night. I must admit, that's a little unusual.
That's what working for us is like.
He told me he had a lot of foreign clients, and he had to juggle different time zones. That's what working from home is like. He had colleagues over for late-night meetings, too. But since little June was born, not as many people came around.
That was wise. Did he have any enemies that you were aware of?
No. He was a very respectable man. No bad company or anything.
Except for us. Without any disrespect to the deceased, were you aware of any extramarital affairs he may have had?
Mr. Moore was a good man. He would never have disrespected his wife, or even contemplated it, I'm sure.
She could have been okay with it. There were no young women coming and going.
That's a very inappropriate question. I don't want to talk about this anymore.
Do you know his wife?
Mrs. Moore is a model resident. She always has something nice to say to the staff. And is the first to welcome new neighbors, too. A true lady.
Отлично.
Do you think she could have been having an affair?
She's a very respectable woman who loves her husband very much. I don't know what sick kind of world you live in.
And you would certainly not like to find out.
They had their ups and downs, just like any couple. The staff had noticed that she went to Costa Rica fairly often without her husband.
Was she thinking of leaving him?
Not at all. Just the opposite. She begged him to spend more time with her and their daughter.
Do you know where she is?
Mr. Moore told me she'd gone to their home in Costa Rica. She goes there pretty often. She's an architect, and she likes to work in her home country. She has family there.
Do you think anyone could have been so angry with her that they could have taken it out on her husband?
Oh, no. I don't think so. It's true that lots of people could have been jealous of her. But not to that point.
I imagine the girl left with her mother?
Not at all. It was the start of the school year, and Mrs. Moore left 2 weeks ago. I haven't seen her since Monday, when Mr. Moore took her to school on the first day. She must be staying with a friend. Poor little thing. Thank heaven she wasn't here.
Do you know his bodyguards?
Yeah, there's Jack, James, and Wu. But you won't hear me singing their praises.
Why not?
Oh, they're good at strutting around and acting tough when everything is going well. But where were they tonight? Can you tell me that? That was their job, right? They were paid to protect him.
Do you have any idea where they might have gone?
No. But believe you me, if I ever see them again, I'm gonna give them a piece of my mind.
Tell me about the evening again, Please, what happened tonight?
Mr. Moore left with his 3 bodyguards earlier in the evening. One of them got in the car, and Mr. Moore came down around midnight.
And then?
They came back around 2 a.m. Mr. Moore was limping. He was leaning on one of his bodyguards, and he was bleeding.
Was he injured?
I told him I could call an ambulance or a doctor, but he didn't answer. I went closer to insist, but Wu told me they were in control of the situation, that it was no big deal. They went upstairs, and I saw drops of blood in front of the elevator. I told myself they were being unreasonable. What did those 2 goons know about it? So I called Mr. Moore on the internal line several times.
Did he pick up?
Not once. So I went upstairs and rang the doorbell, but nobody answered. So I went back down to the front desk and I called you.
The lieutenant told me there was an access to the basement.
Yes, using the service elevator through the kitchen. You need a magnetic pass to use it. I gave the spare to your colleagues who wanted to go down there. I still have the original. Do you want it?
Please. Thank you for your statement.
You have to find out who did this, officer. Justice needs to be done for him. And for his family.
And we need to find out who's messing with us. That's what we're here for. You can count on us. Stick around in case we have more questions.
Надо жажду утолить. Коп, ты вроде аппетитный. Идем.
I need to see you there.
Of course.
Бонус к опыту дисциплины.
Sorry, I'm busy.
Are you all right?
Yeah, just a little faint.
I was expecting it, but then... give me a minute, and I'll head back.
The sight of blood. We've all been there, haven't we?
No. There are bloody prints on these bags. Ugh, what a stench. Fine vintages imported from Europe. Moore knew how to treat his guests. When I knew him, he took better care of himself. What's going on with him?
Второй этаж. Есть. Точно. Я чуть не забыл.
Moore's ambition could have made him one of our own. Instead, we made him our slave.
Капли крови.
I've never been in this part of the apartment before.
Конфиденциальный документ. Бэррел Эндервуд. Уважаемые господа, Бэррел Эндервуд оказался на редкость сложным объектом, так как он знает о финансах намного больше меня. Вашего слугу он расценивает как подчиненного и совершенно мне не доверяет. При совершении наиболее необычных сделок он всегда использует предельно защитные каналы, что весьма разумно, так как я работаю на него. Мистер Андервуд регулярно обращается ко мне по вопросам, связанным с сахарной промышленностью. Он удивительно прозорлив, все его действия хорошо продуманы. Более того, я не понимаю, что он когда-либо ошибался. Он отстаивает личные интересы не только в развитых странах. На недавние финансовые операции указывают на прагматичный всплеск активности в странах БРИКС. Если точнее, многие влиятельные люди в Бразилии, Индии и Южной Африке получили денежную и иную материальную поддержку, автомобили, виллы, драгоценности и так далее, от подставных компаний и до военных посредников. Я вижу в этом действенный способ усиления контроля над производством в критически важных областях при одновременном ловком заметании следов. Уже на протяжении нескольких лет я замечаю, что он поддерживает связь с вооруженными отрядами Южной Африки. Об этом мало что известно. Я слышал слишком осмотрителен, чтобы расспрашивать мистера Андерва, но можно предположить следующее. Он дестабилизирует местные правительства, которые не нравятся присутствие контролируемых им компаний. Это значит, что он не только обладает природным даром распоряжаться финансами, но и отличаться глубочайшим пониманием геополитических тем. Бэррел Эндервуд – настоящий Каспаров делового мира. Он всегда на несколько шагов впереди. Даже мне трудно понимать и предсказать его действия. Удален подозрительный предмет.
I understand better now. The prince asked more for a complete report on the members of the Primogen.
Ключ от машины.
Poems in Lydia's mother tongue.
Люди от бабулиты. Старые монеты.
Bottle of disinfectant, obviously handled by someone who was bleeding. The concept of a laundry basket seems too abstract for some people.
Огромное спасибо за книгу стихотворения Эмили Диксона. Что ты мне прислала? Это стихи вдохновляют меня каждый день. Я читаю их за чаепитием, и в час, когда солнце замерло над горизонтом, раз перья символ надежды, я задержусь в парке Маунт-Рояль подольше. Моя перелетная пташка, ты должна скорее пройти, повидаться со мной, пока еще не слишком замерзла и не улетела зимовать на юг. Мне пора. Улон почти заварился. Поцелуй за меня свою дочурку. Обнимаю.
A cell phone. Locked, of course. A drafting table. That must be Lydia's desk.
Код к сейфу, что опять поменялся? Да, теперь это дата рождения Джун. Милая, я задержусь, ложись, не жди меня. Как всегда, мы сходим в кино, встретимся тогда после, да, или за обедом. Я оставляю записку на твоем... Да, ладно, тебе поговорим сейчас. Нет, так. Значит, есть какой-то сейф.
This is where I met Moore for the first time. Account statements from different banks. Nothing that concerns us. Portfolios of old shares. A Boston manufacturer's files. The mayor's deeds.
No.
The mayor's deeds.
Пофиг на бумаге мэра, почему я не могу это ничего с ней сделать?
Son of a bitch wasn't messing around. Have you seen all that cash?
It was my greatest pleasure before. Now everything tastes like ashes.
Officer Baker, can I help you?
Were you the first person to arrive at the scene of the crime?
Yes, sir. My partner and I were the first to get here.
Just tell me about it.
We got the call around 2:20. The caretaker had called because a resident was injured. It took us about 20 minutes to get here. The poor guy was in a panic. He told us he'd seen one of the tenants, Jason Moore, enter the building, and he looked hurt. He was being held up by his 2 bodyguards, and he was bleeding a lot.
Did he see the wound?
Yeah. He said the victim was holding his right hip. So I went upstairs with the caretaker. We saw blood in the elevator and on the landing. I rang the doorbell, but nobody answered, so the caretaker opened the door. I identified myself. There were traces of blood leading down the hall away from the entrance, and just after that, I found the decapitated body.
Did your partner come with you?
No, he stayed in the foyer to secure the entrance to the building.
Did you touch the body?
No. There was nothing I could do to help him, so I secured the scene. I put my gloves on to take his ID out of his jacket pocket so we could identify him. Then I called it in.
Where was the caretaker during that time?
I told him not to come inside, but he followed me. When he saw the corpse, he was really shaken. He wouldn't let go of me.
Then what did you do?
I called for backup. They told me that forensics would get here as soon as they could. They were out at another case. That was their top priority.
After that?
I secured the entrance to the apartment. After that, I searched the ground floor. There was nobody around. But from the looks of things, somebody searched the apartment. When Sergeant Lehane got here, she took care of upstairs. It's a good thing, too, because it took everyone else another 15 minutes to get here. She didn't find anyone there.
So there's no sign of the family, then?
Nothing. The place is empty.
If you remember anything else, let me know.
Of course.
Блин, неправильно, я ту сделал, блин, расследователя. Хотя, по идее, ну она идет логово врага, ей бы подошел больше вот этот вот, то, что я сейчас выбрал. Блин, нехорошо. Это очень нехорошо. Ремонт и приобретение лота, уважаемый мистер Мур, информацию, та-та-та-та-та-та-та. Это не важно.
Human logic is beyond me. What's the point in doing that? A souvenir from the Hong Kong Stock Exchange.
Джейсон, мне срочно нужны файлы, которые ты должен был мне прислать еще неделю назад. Не знаю, что у тебя там происходит, но отправь их мне. Подтверждение бронирования. Забронирован черный рейс Болшир грузного реактивного самолета по маршруту Бостон-Гонконг. Вылет в четверг, 5 сентября. О, ключ. И внизу что?
A safe. Now we just have to find the code. Lydia and June at the beach.
Год рождения дочери. А как я узнаю год рождения дочери? извиняюсь. Так, надо поискать. Мы знаем, что это дата рождения дочери.
The ghoul who was searching here was looking for something specific.
Гуль? Откуда ты узнал, что это гуль?
What a mess.
Сейф сохранил ваши цепные личные данные и ваши документы. Сейф оснащен 15-точечным запечатывающим механизмом. Тайный проход изделия 288014. Мы создали для вас скрытый аварийный выход, который идеально вписывается в интерьер. Наши скользящие панели приводятся в движение бесшумно. Гидравликой по желающей тайный проход можно дополнить складским помещением у входа и 8-точечным замком. Тайная оружейная стойка. Тайное убежище и изделие для защиты крупных личных вещей. Какие-то, значит, тут есть еще.
A fortress security catalog. They install highly secure rooms. Ugh, what a mess.
А почему я с этим взаимодействовать не могу, блин?
Have you found anything?
I'm going through the financial records. Moore managed the accounts for a lot of big names in Boston. Here, take a look for yourself.
Соберите отчеты о совете примеров.
Anything worth noting?
Honestly, I don't know. It's not my field. We'll have to take it to the Financial Crimes Unit to see what they make of it.
Are you Lahane?
Yes, sir. Agent Smith, was it?
Yes. You were the first person to respond to Baker's call?
That's correct, sir.
You got here well before your colleagues, didn't you?
Oh, that. Yes. I was on patrol in the neighborhood, while they had been called away on another case.
All right. Get in touch if you find something.
All right.
Nobody told me there would be a retainer here.
Так, ну если тут, блин... У ребенка же должна быть комната, ихнюю спальню я уже находил.
My sire always said that at a prince's court, like in a game of chess, you must know when to sacrifice your pawns.
Вот. О чем я и говорю.
You must be Smith.
Yes.
Rickman.
Have you found anything?
Not yet. This is the girl's room. There's no sign of her. I guess that's a good thing.
I'm going to take a look around. Let me know if you find anything.
Okay, Smith.
June's whole life in pictures. June celebrating her 4th birthday.
А вот и день рождения.
June celebrating her 4th birthday.
4-й день рождения, значит, 11-го года. 04-09-11. Хорошо. Вот тебе еще одна тайна. Удачи с расшифровкой, Мэг.
There.
A bathroom with a shower and a tub. June's father spoils her.
Блин, классно, чё. Чё нет, если есть возможность?
Interesting.
А где комната с замком была? Я не помню. Ричард Данем. Уважаемые господа, финансовые транзакции Ричарда Данема довольно простые и прозрачные. Доктор Данем всецело поглощен своим исследованием. Что касается его финансовых инвестиций, вам ни о чем беспокоиться. Его статьи расходы полностью следует отметить, что его запросы растут. Это связано с увеличением диапазона.
There was a lot of money involved. We're not going to get a return on our investment anytime soon. A thank you letter from Fortress Security after the installation of a system for more. Maybe he kept it for reference. I've already heard about this company somewhere. Wet laundry. Mold. It's been here for several days.
А чё, горничную нанять никак?
Can you take a look at the cards, please?
I'll run the plates.
Hey, mister. You can't go into the parking garage. It's a crime scene.
Agent Smith, FBI.
Oh, hi. Officer Norton. Hey, they didn't tell me you were coming down.
Got something?
Wyatt saw Moore leave at 2:25.
Wyatt?
The parking attendant. Part security guard, part valet. Anyway, a car that belonged to the victim left in a hurry. Or at least he thought it was Moore, until he found out he got his head cut off. There's skid marks on the ground and signs of a minor accident at the exit. He must have really been in a hurry.
Well, I've got a few questions. Where's the witness?
Wyatt? He's in the security booth over there. He's super nice. I don't think you'll need to question him again.
You mentioned skid marks.
Yeah, they're very distinct. They start from his parking space and go all the way to the exit. They clean this place twice a day, so there's no doubt they're fresh. The driver peeled out of here in a hurry.
And you said there was an accident near the exit?
Yeah, minor one. Broken headlight, paint marks. He must have had a hard time handling it.
Do we know what kind of car it was?
Yeah, we called it in. It's the victim's sports car. Wyatt said there's only the sedan left.
Did you find anything else?
No, that's it. Since we're still waiting for forensics, we gotta be careful. But you know how it is, right? Let me know if you have any other questions.
Обращусь, не волнуйся.
Hurry up. We need something, guys.
We're waiting for the forensics.
Hello, Mr. Bazori.
You must be mistaken. I'm Smith, Agent Smith.
Yeah, sure.
Do I know you?
Everyone knows who you are.
Is it just me, or are you pals with all the cops around here?
Let's just say I'm pretty intuitive. You know what I mean. In the years you've been hunting us, you've acquired a hell of a reputation among our kind. I didn't know you would come. I'm not looking for any trouble. I didn't do anything wrong.
Just who the hell are you?
Me? I'm nobody. The name's Wyatt Alvarez. I was embraced 5 years ago.
A thin blood. I spent years.
Слабокровный, дети сумерек Меркурии, вырожденцы, предвестники конца времен или вампиры, которые унаследуют новый мир, балансирующие на грани между жизнью и смертью. Слабокровные вызывают у старых вампиров ранной степени жалость, зависть и ужас. Они пережили несколько десятилетий погромов и изгнания и стали поводом для множества предрассудков, но теперь с ними приходится считаться. Благодаря уличной алхимии и способности прикидываться людьми, они могут свободно жить среди смертных, вместо того, чтобы пытаться влиться в общество сородичей. В эти непростые времена они способны сами выбирать свою судьбу. Сиры предостерегают своих детей 13 и 14 поколения от дальнейших становлений, ибо по родословной они слишком удалены от Каина, и их кровь слаба. Становление, дарованное таким вампиром, принесет неонату лишь страдания и гибель, но наказы сиров соблюдаются далеко не всегда. Слабокровные могут происходить из любой социальной среды. Проклятия и особенности клана не влияют на них в той же степени, что на их сира. Даже если слабокровного оставляют живых, истинные вампиры отворачиваются от него. Он обретает одновременно чудесный дар свободы и ужасное проклятие одиночества.
Hunting them when Quentin King ruled Boston.
Unfortunately for me, the blood of my sire was already weak. So I can still catch glimpses of the sun, but I don't have actual powers.
Who created you?
His name was Victor, but he died last year.
Do the kindred know you exist?
Yeah. I followed the rules, but the prince told me he never wanted to see me again, so I try not to make waves. I try to help out, here and there. I'm hoping someone will notice one day, and I'll be allowed to become a true kindred.
That's not very likely, if you ask me. I hope it works out for you.
I'm doing what I can. Actually, if you could put a word in with the prince, I'd be eternally grateful.
I don't get involved in that kind of thing.
Of course, obviously. But seeing as how I'm already working for your child, Mr. Underwood, I thought that maybe...
You work for Beryl?
Yes. I also work at a red salon. A couple of hours each day.
What do you do there, exactly?
Cleaning, mostly.
What are you doing here, then?
I thought it was a pretty cushy gig. It leaves me with a lot of spare time, even while I'm on the job. And it also means I can live at night.
Are you involved in what happened up there?
Not at all. I swear. I've got a sweet job here. I'd never risk it.
So what happened?
I've got no clue. My shift started at 10 p.m., as usual. The 6th floor tenant left around 11? At midnight, one of Mr. Moore's bodyguards came down to get the car. They were going to a party, apparently. I didn't see them come back. Then, around 2:20 or so, one of Mr. Moore's cars went flying out of here. It hit the wall near the exit.
Did you recognize the car?
Yeah, it was his sports car. The only one like it here.
Did you see who was behind the wheel?
No, it's got tinted windows. I thought it was Mr. Moore at first. But from what happened upstairs, I doubt it now. Hey, were you the one who...
You really think if it was me who did it, I'd be standing around here trying to figure out what happened? What can you tell me about Moore?
I saw him a lot. He's the tenant I got to know best because of his working hours. And he was the most generous when it came to maintaining his cars, too.
Anything in particular about Mrs. Moore?
Yeah, I see her every once in a while. Sometimes I see her with a girl, coming back from vacation. Sure is good they weren't here tonight.
What makes you say that?
Well, Mrs. Moore's car. I haven't seen it in the garage for weeks, and she's the one who took the girl to school. Mr. Moore told me they were on vacation, and he was going to go join them soon.
Did you see the bodyguards today?
James came by earlier this evening to move Mr. Moore's car, but I haven't seen them since.
That'll be all for now.
At your service, Mr. Bazzori.
An old glass bottle taken from the trash. Even starving, I wouldn't touch that. Even starving, I wouldn't touch that.
Я же подбирал несколько ключей. Хорошо, одна машина парковщика, но у меня же еще один ключ вроде есть.
Any news, guys? Nothing yet.
Hilda's planned for everything, even her eventual end.
Подожди, а может там еще могу открыть кроме багажа что-то? Ну, еще раз осмотрю. Нет, нет, ничего.
There's nothing in it.
Слабокровные часы. Ваш соперник не может усиливать навык, пока вы усиливаете свой. Вероятность успеха дисциплины повышается на 25%. Вероятность усиления навыка соперника повышается на 2%.
Even access to the trash is restricted here. No, that's impossible. No, that's impossible.
Как их оставлять открытыми? Есть какая-то специальная кнопка.
There. Did you want something else?
Hey, what kind of cooks have you got in your trunk?
Oh, I see you found my little treats. I haven't got much there. There have been a lot of orders lately.
I must still have some of that rust elixir left.
How do you open the dumpsters in the garbage room?
What dumpster?
The dump... Are you toying with me?
No, but the cops already looked. There's nothing there.
Ваша задача убедить собеседника.
Open it.
Mr. Bazori, I promise you won't find anything there. And I can't open it anyway. It's for staff only. Why do you want to go through the trash anyway?
You sure you want to piss me off, Wyatt?
No, no, no. Of course not, Mr. Bazori. That's not at all what I wanted to do. Listen, we're just gonna forget this conversation ever happened. And...
Excuse me? You didn't just try to corrupt my memories, did you?
Oh, no. I'm so sorry, Mr. Bazori. I shouldn't have. I know. How can I make it up to you?
You're taking a big risk by messing with someone like me. I'm sure that's not news to you.
Yes, I know, but it doesn't have to come to that. I meant no disrespect. Obviously.
Obviously. So you could open this dumpster for me. Open it now.
Just promise me you won't touch anything. Some of my stuff is in there. Please, don't touch it.
I've already wasted enough time with you.
I can't just open the door for you like that. I really can't.
Really?
You've got to understand. I can't let you see what's inside.
I've been sent by the Prince of Boston. Do you really think I owe you anything?
That's not what I meant.
You talk too much. Open the door.
Right away.
All right, it's open.
Wouldn't you rather tell me what you're hiding in there?
Well, I cook a little. A guy's got to survive. I don't have to tell you that. I don't make a whole lot of money here.
What do you cook?
Oh, a little of everything. I've got all my stuff in there. And there's some pretty rare ingredients.
Rare?
Yeah. And kinda illegal, too.
Such as?
In some recipes, well, I use vials of kindred's blood, for instance.
Whose blood?
Well, it depends on what I can find.
Okay, but what have you got right now, exactly?
If I tell you, can it stay just between us?
You're not fucking going to start again.
Okay. Okay, I managed to obtain some of Quentin King's blood.
Where did you find King's blood?
You can find anything on the black market, you know.
So you're not sure it's actually his blood?
Yes, it is. I had it tested. And when I used it in one of my formulas, the effects were off the charts. It took me a week to come down, and I still don't know if it was real. That guy was something else. One more thing, boss.
Don't call me that.
I hope we'll meet again, Mr. Missouri.
Wyatt's makeshift lab. And it's not meth. Who would want to take that? Empty soda cans. A shoe with worn out leather. I wonder what he's cooking with that garbage. Old chicken feet. Rusty cans. Ugh, packaging to be recycled. Garbage. Oh. I wasn't expecting to see you here. Woo. If it was a bodyguard who died in the lobby, where the hell is Moore?
О как. Что-то уехал Мур, а не делах.
I won't stoop that low.
Do you know if our backup's on the way? It should take a long time.
What are you playing at?
Oh, I beg your pardon?
Don't mess with me. Who are you?
Calm down, Mr. Bazori. I meant no disrespect. I work for the council.
Why would the council have sent her without warning me?
Most of the time, they send me to clean up.
Are you behind this?
No, I got here after it happened.
Let's see how much she knows. All right. What have you found?
Oh, I'm a little embarrassed. I'm not really allowed to talk about my missions.
I don't have time for this. Give me what you have.
What I've got. Of course, sir. Here. That's everything.
You made the right choice. Tell me exactly what they asked you to do.
I got a message at 2:20 telling me to go to this address. I was supposed to pick up more and some financial documents. After that, I was supposed to wait for further instructions.
Read the message you received.
Target, Jason Moore. Address, 200 Clarendon Street, top floor. Exfiltrate target if possible. Otherwise, final elimination.
Destroy Katapata's files.
Complete mission for further instructions.
If I had gotten to Moore before you did...
I would have had to take him out.
Well, you could have tried. Well...
I hope I'm not going to have any trouble.
But there's no point in having two of us here. You're going to go home now.
Very well, Mr. Bazori. I'll finish up and head out. Sorry, I'm busy.
Where in God's name is forensics?
Huh. You managed to calm him down? I thought that would be impossible.
Yes, and he was able to answer a few questions.
Мура, деятельность я люблю, связанную с компанией. Почему я не могу прочитать? Ладно, пофиг. А, я могу еще выпить крови, надо-ка выпить. Кого-нибудь. Тебе долго будет тошнить? почему подсвечиваются вещи, и я их не могу брать. Меня это, блин, раздражает. Давай, пухляш.
I need to see you there.
Okay, sure.
Boston manufacturer's files. Portfolios of old shares. Dijon, are you making plans in case things go south? Or are you planning to leave us?
Собрал. Хорошо, что я его выпил, прям как повезло, а? Я выполнил даже больше, чем нужно. И почти уложился в 1,5 часа.
I've got what I need. Let's go back to the prince.
На этом мы закончим. Подписывайтесь, ставьте лайки, пишите свои комментарии. Играете ли вы? Прошли ли вы это? И вообще, в общем, ваше мнение, оно очень важно. Я читаю комментарии, отвечаю на них. Так что до скорого и мир вашему дому.